Okay, we're getting into it. So I've taken the wheel off and yeah, pleasantly surprised. It looks like the whole front end's been rebuilt. Got new brake line, flexi line sitting there waiting to go on. You can see those lovely stainless extractors sitting there. Everything's been greased, it looks like. I can see grease coming out of those ball joints with grease nipples on them. New sway bar, or painted at least. Anyway, these brakes have all been painted as well, so they've got tape over nipples and things to protect it. There's tape over the caps for the slides, the rubber caps. So I've just been having a look at everything, making sure it's all together, making sure it's all there, and getting ready to chuck them in. The bolts are there, the proper high tensile bolts. Got the bolt for the flexi line to go into. I don't know if it's got, yeah, it looks like it's got the copper washers as well. So it's all waiting to be assembled, to be honest. I had a look under the car as well, and there's a clean transmission pan on that transmission. The whole thing looks very clean. There's a lot of lines under there for brakes and so on. So I think I've actually got more than I was expecting. These inner guards look really good too, to be honest. Everything looks good. I'm just really impressed with what I've ended up with. So yeah, this is turning out to be a exciting, fun and worthwhile project, I think. Anyway, first things first, get these brakes on, make sure that they actually fit, and then the brake line, the hard line that goes from that flexi line through to the other side, I've got to sort out. I think it's one of those that you can see just there. They're taped together. I'm not sure, but it looks like that goes around the sump. Follows a cross member, I think. But yeah, there's a few to choose from, and I'll get all that assembled as efficiently as possible. I'll check in later. So I thought I'd do the right thing. I was all keen to start putting it all back on the car. Found the left-hand brake, the left-hand bracket, so on. Bolts are all there, and I thought, I want to pull it apart first just to check it out. Lo and behold, I probably have never had a piston looking that clean. It was almost immaculate. I gave it a quick, I didn't even give it a scrub, I gave it a quick wipe with the Scotch-Brite, and that's what it looked like. The rubber seal had paint all over it, but again, because it had brake fluid on it, I gave it a quick wipe with a rag and all the paint came off it, and it shows basically a new rubber. The seal is inside the cylinder, and nice and clean. The cylinder itself's nice and clean, so yeah, I call that a win. I think these have been cleaned out and a kit put through them before I got to it, and very happy to see. So I'll put it back together, and that'll give me a little bit more confidence when I'm filling up with brake fluid. Famous last words. If you see the brakes leaking when I've bled them, then you know I didn't clean this properly. I was going to put brake cleaner in this, but I thought no, it's pretty clean already. Fluid came out when I undid the nut, so and the fluid was clean, so it's all looking good to put back together. So that was all pretty straightforward. Flexi lines are in there ready to go. The cylinder went back in pretty easily. I sort of used a combination of a G-clamp and sort of rocking it from side to side as I slowly wound the G-clamp down. I've noticed people have got all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to do it, but yeah, she's all nice and clean, bolted up, torqued, and now I'm just working out the brake lines to go to each wheel. So from what I can tell, these have got a proportioning valve within the actual master cylinder. That's my front right, that's my front left, and that goes to the rear. So I noticed earlier when I jacked the car up, there were a few drips of brake fluid there, so I'm not sure if that master cylinder has had brake fluid or if it's come from somewhere else, but just going to track where that's come from and keep going. But yeah, it's got fluid in the transmission. I think there's fluid in the engine as well, engine oil, but yeah, it's wet. Looks clean too, so I'm hoping I've stumbled across a built motor, but who knows, which is hard to do one-handed. Anyway, back into it. I've had a bit of a break while I was doing some research, but yeah, I was going to use the proportioning valve out of my Tirana because I think they're pretty much the same function, and then I found out that the WB had its own, so that saves a bit of mucking around with that. All right, back into it. So I think I've finished for the first day on this car. Pretty happy with what I've done. All the brake lines are in, including the line that heads down to the back of the car. It's actually got a nut, joiner nut, that connects to the rear half of the line. That's been connected. There's a line that follows the cross member to the other side. That fell into place nicely after I tried a couple of times. All bolted up. It's actually got in the cross member a couple of tabs to hold the brake line that's in snug. There's a bit of excess line which I guess is there so it doesn't fatigue, but it's all clear of everything. It's not going to get affected or impacted by the steering, suspension, the exhaust. So yeah, that's all the main stuff, and yeah, it's all ready to go. I could almost fill that reservoir up with brake fluid, except I haven't been to the back half of the car yet to check if that's all connected, so that'll be the next job. But I think brakes have been a lot quicker than I expected. The power steering just needs the return line, which I can make up myself, plus the high pressure line I'll have to buy. It's only a very short little line, but it's worth about 90 bucks, 100 bucks or something, so I'll have to order one of those. But yeah, it's all coming together. Very happy so far. Following afternoon, sun's going down. Been a pretty quiet day, but I did get these bumpers on and started going through the electricals in under the dash. There's a lot of stuff that's just been pulled out, which just needs to be plugged into particular relays, blinker relays and things, but yeah, it's not going to be a huge job, but I definitely need a wiring diagram to get into that. So that's the glove box light there. That's actually the vent opening and closing. There's a couple of those under the dash. Yeah, just lots of plugging in. A few wires have been cut, but not too many, so it shouldn't be too bad. And same under the dash, under the engine bay. Most of the wiring is already in place. There's a few plugs that have been unplugged or not being used, so I'm guessing some of those are accessories, maybe air conditioning and stuff. I've ordered the high pressure hose for the power steering, and also what else did I order? Something else, but yeah, not too many. Oh, the speedo cable. I noticed the fluid was leaking out of the plug where the speedo cable plugs into the transmission, but only minor, and that'll be easily fixed once the cable comes. So we're getting there, and I don't think it'll be too long until I'm getting into these electricals and cranking the engine. I believe it cranks already. Haven't even looked. Can't see much, but yeah, I'll make sure there's plenty of oil pressure before I start it. Oh, that's right, I fixed the accelerator pedal inside the car. This bracket's not going to be suitable for this particular application, so I'll have to spin it around. It looks like I can connect it to the bottom lever, so that might be okay after all. Oh, that's good. Another win. Excellent. Anyway, turning off for today. The brake lines, as I found them, have all been fitted, and the brake system has been bled, so we've got solid pressure through to the car now, which is good. Also with brakes, not sure if you're aware, but the handbrake wasn't connected, so that's now connected and working. Good thing about that, I wasn't aware of what it was, but I've realised this is actually the cover that goes over the handbrake cover, handbrake handle, and there's a new handle there to go on it as well. So between those two and a paint job on that lever, it should look all right. But more importantly, underneath the car is where it counts, because none of that was all connected. So I've got all of the handbrake system working now. A couple of changes from a standard one. You'll see that equalizer, that's actually out of a 67 Mustang. A lot cheaper, about a quarter of the price of a Holden one, but it does the job, works well. All I've got to do now is actually adjust this cable, because there's a lot of slack in it still, so you'll see when I've pulled that on, it comes up a fair bit. You can disconnect it, brakes are off, but it comes right up to the very top. You see the cable going through the floor there. I want to take some of that slack out of the cable, so my next job is actually to adjust the adjusters just underneath here. Or is it these rods under here, and take the slack out of the cabling, and hopefully that'll be enough to make it a nice solid. About half that distance is what I'm after. This handbrake was causing a bit of grief. Apparently there's two size intermediate cables that you can buy, and I've got a feeling this is actually for the 1 tonner or the sedan or something, because you couldn't pull in enough of the slack to turn the handbrake on, or to get the brakes working. What I've done is I've actually put a nut in behind each of the balls or the ends of the cable on both sides. So that's taken up about 1 inch in total, and that's been enough for it to work so that the brakes are solid on, but I'm almost at the end of the adjustment, so I can't pull the cable in any further unless I go further with this modification. So I'm tempted to actually take this cable out and compare it to a new one that's made for a panel van and see if it is indeed shorter, because you can only do so much of this before you run out of ways to take the slack out. But it's working for the time being, which is good. As you can see, it's nice and solid now. Those nuts don't go anywhere, they're sort of clamped in place by the bracket, so they work just as intended, which is good.